Thank you for joining us for tonight's Folkspina live presentation. In addition to tonight's broadcast, all of our episodes are archived at nytf.org. Please help us spread the word about our series by sharing with your social networks. Also, if you're able, please do consider a donation to the National Yiddish Theater Folkspina. Your support, no matter how small or large, enables us to continue our mission of producing and presenting and preserving Yiddish culture. Ashenim Dank. Thank you.
Shalom Aleichem, liebe Freund. Ich heiß Motl Didner. Und das ist 15 Minute Yiddish. Mehr weniger. Von der Nationaler Yiddish Theater Volksbühne. Jede Woche bringen wir euch eine Mini-Lektion in Yiddish Sprach und Kultur.
Welcome back to 15 Minute Yiddish. If you missed any of our past episodes, nicht, don't worry, you can view them online at nytf.org. In our last episode, we talked about essen and things that we do and do not like. We're going to do a quick recap, but first I'm going to throw a new element at you. In Yiddish, if we want to ask somebody, what kind of, we say, was fara. Hinde, was fara Frucht hast du lieb?
Ich hab lieb Maranzen.
Sehr gut. Wayne, was für ein Grins hast du lieb?
Ich hab lieb Beeren.
Sehr gut. Now, if we want to ask somebody, what do you like more, we say, was hast du besser lieb, singular informal. Was hat ihr besser lieb, plural or singular formal. Professor, was hat ihr besser lieb, Süßfarg oder Nieselach?
Ich hab besser lieb Süßfarg.
Sehr gut. And this can be applied to activities as well. Sophia, was hast du besser lieb? Zu lesen a Buch oder zu gucken auf der Internets?
Ich hab besser lieb zu gucken auf der Internets.
Good. Today we're going to continue our discussion of Orter, places. And we're going to ask, where do we come from? You know what that sound means. Today's verb is kommen, to come. This is a regular verb, but like wohnen, you'll notice that in the infinitive form, it ends with an en, or an ayin nun. Let's take a look. Ich komm, drop the en. Du kommst, drop the en, add an st. Sie, es, kommt, drop the en, add a t. Wir kommen, leave it in the infinitive form. Ihr kommt, drop the en, add a t. Sie kommen, leave it in the infinitive form. Alle zusammen, ich komm. Du kommst. Sie, es kommt. Wir kommen. Ihr kommt. Sie kommen. Ausgezeichnet. Excellent. In Yiddish, we don't exactly say, where do you come from? We say, von wannen kommst du, in the singular informal, and von wannen kommt ihr, in the plural or the singular formal. It's more of a direct equivalent of the archaic-sounding English, from whence do you come? Wayne, von wannen kommst du?
Ich komm von Kew Gardens.
Sophia, von wannen kommst du?
Ich komm von Flatbush, Brooklyn, darling.
Murray, von wannen kommst du?
Ich komm von the Bronx.
Is anyone here not from New York?
Ich komm nicht von New York.
Good. Professor, von wannen kommt ihr?
Ich komm von Casper, Wyoming.
Sehr gut. Now to ask somebody, Where does your family come from? We say, von wannen kommt dein Mishpoche? Singular informal, or von wannen kommt euer Mishpoche? Plural or singular formal. Now, I don't know everybody's background here, but I'm guessing that we are all descended from immigrants, so we're going to need to learn the names of some countries.
Oh, good. I still have those lists.
Dank, Professor, but we don't have time to go through all 195 countries. If we gave each country only 10 seconds, it would still take...
32.5 minutes.
Dank, Professor. Yes, it would take 32.5 minutes, and this is 15-minute Yiddish.
Mehr weniger.
Gerecht. We're going to be Ashkenazi-centric and talk mostly about countries where Yiddish speakers live or historically have lived, not just in Eastern Europe, but also in more recent times as a result of migration. This list is far from complete. If your family comes from a country that's not on this list, feel free to ask me its name. Let's begin with our cardinal directions. Tzofen is north, Mizrach is east, Dorem is south, and Meirev is west. Der Kontinent means the continent, plural die Kontinenten. Tzofen Amerika is North America. Dorem Amerika is South America. Afrika is Africa. Europe is Europa. Asia is Asia. Australia is Australia. And Antarctic is Antarctica. We've already learned das Land, the country, plural die Länder. Let's take a look at some countries where Yiddish-speaking Jews come from. Polen is Poland. Russland is Russia. But if we're talking about between the years of 1917 and 1991, it's der Rattenverband. This literally means the Council Union, which is a direct translation of Soviet Union. Weißrussland is Belarus, or White Russia. Lite is Lithuania. Ukraine is Ukraine. Ungar is Hungary. Deutschland is Germany. Österreich is Austria. Romania is Romania. Frankreich is France. England is England. Schweiz is Switzerland. Yisrael is the modern state of Israel. If we're talking about before 1948, we refer to it as Eretz Yisrael or as Palestine. There were Yiddish-speaking Jews who lived in Shanghai, China, or China. And many people are currently learning Yiddish in Japan, Japan. Australia, we already saw as the continent, but it's also a country and has many Yiddish-speaking Holocaust survivors. Many survivors also went to Dorem, Afrika, South Africa, and to Zimbabwe, which used to be referred to as Rhodesia, but currently known as Zimbabwe. A lot of Yiddish-speaking immigrants made their way to Argentina, or Argentina, in the early part of the 20th century, and to Mexico, also to our neighbor to the north, Canada, and the largest number of Yiddish-speaking immigrants made their way to die Vereinigte Staaten, the United States. Here's a bonus word for you. Die Fahne means the flag. Die Fahner is the plural. Let's have a little quiz. Welcher Land ist das?
Frankreich.
Good. Und welcher Land ist das? China. Sehr gut. Das ist die Fahne von
Mexico.
Sehr gut. Und das ist...
Oh, that's the Dead Sea in Yisrael.
I got a picture of me doing that, reading a Mad magazine. Good. This one is an audio clue. This song is about welcher Land.
Romania, 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 Romania.
Sehr gut. Scott, von wann kommt dein Mishpoche? Mein Mishpoche kommt von Russland. Was it the Russian Empire or the Soviet Union? Oh, der Rattenverband. Sehr gut. Sophia, von wann kommt dein Mishpoche? Mein Mishpoche kommt von Ukraine, Podolia Gubernie. Sehr gut. Murray, von wann kommt dein Mishpoche? Mein Mishpoche kommt von Ungarn. Sehr gut. Wayne, von wann kommt dein Mishpoche?
Ich weiß nicht. My mishpocha has been in America for a long time.
No, good.
We're not even Jewish. I bet you're wondering why I'm here.
Not at all. Yiddish is a language like any other. People who aren't French learn to speak French. People who aren't Chinese learn to speak Chinese. Same is true with Spanish or...
It's okay. I don't mind telling you. I was sitting here on this bench, and you came up to me with your camera, and you asked if I knew what Yiddish is. And I said, yeah. And I asked why you were asking, and you said that you were teaching this Yiddish class, and I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll take the class, because, I don't have anything else going on.
Well, we're very glad that you joined us.
Sure, I like it. It's a nice class.
Dank.
Mishto favos.
Hinde, von wann kommt dein Mishpoche? Mein Mama's side kommt von Russland, Minsk Gubernie. Today that would be Weißrussland or Belarus. Und mein Tate's side kommt von Vilna, which was Polen back then. Yes, today it is the capital of Lita, Lithuania. There have been many changes to the borders over the years. Professor, von wann kommt euer Mishpoche?
The countries of my origin were not on your list, so I shall reference my own. Der Thompson Mishpoche kommt von Schottland, Irland und Norvège.
Hey, Professor, do you mind if I ask?
Yes, I do. Never mind then.
That's our time for this week. Join us next week when we have fun with numbers. Seid gesund alle.